Hello once again, this is Uncle Jimmy, Jimmy's Train Station and Travel Adventures, and today we're doing another great adventure. I haven't done a model for a while, so I decided I would do a model. And the model we'll be doing is a Michael Myers Halloween 8th scale plastic model kit of Michael Myers, and it's got a lighting kit with it where the pumpkin lights up. So we'll do an opening review of this model, and this is it. Comes in a box like this. I ordered this off of Amazon, I believe, but this is what it looks like when you're done. It's Michael Myers standing on the porch in the fall with the pumpkin that lights up. It says the night he came home. It's in a really nice box. Haven't opened it yet. We're going to do that together. I'll explain how I do my models. Some people might be different, but I ask if you're watching this, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with your friends and family. It helps support my channel, and I appreciate it. Feel free to leave comments, suggestions as always, and I just appreciate all your support. So I got the model, and of course I always use the acrylic deco art paints. So I got me a paint set here of the colors I thought I would need. I mean, my daughter uses the same paints, so it's cheap. They're only like 98 cents a bottle, and I got this certain color right here because I wanted to do his jumpsuit in this color, and I didn't see any other colors that match. But then I started looking, and I think I have the same color right there, so I went ahead and bought that extra one. Didn't know that I had it in the kit there. And then I like using Gorilla Super Glue brush nozzle. It holds really good, makes less of a mess, so I like using that. And then I just buy your basic cheap brushes, a 25 piece from like Michaels. That's where I get the paint and the glue too, from Michaels. And it's got a variety of different paint brushes and sponge brushes that I use. So what I like to do with these models first is I like to take all the plastic pieces and wash them in warm soapy water, because in the factories they have this film that is coated on the plastic, and it kind of washes that surface off to where, because I like to prime my model first with primer. So I usually use a black or a gray primer, because it's best to use a darker color to paint over. And so I use a gray primer, like from Walmart, just simple gray primer for plastics. And you can get that at Walmart pretty cheap. So that's what I use. But I do wash them off because the primer sticks better after it's washed in warm soapy water and then dried off, rinsed off and dried. So that's my first step I do. So let's get to it. Let's do an opening of this box and see what we have in it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the plastic off the box, and then I'll be right back with you. So follow me on this adventure. So I'm back. I got the plastic off. I'm getting ready to open the box. Let's see what's inside. I've had this model for a year. I usually do that. I buy stuff ahead of time and have it put back, and I just never get to it. I'm always a busy guy working and stuff, but that's what I do. So it's all plastic. Comes in bags here. There's 2 bags. Looks like there's 4 plastic bags that come with it, and then the instruction model, or the instructions here for the model. Gives a background of the movie. It's got a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis and the other actors, and the actor who played Michael Myers, not James Jude Courtney, but the original one, and Dr. Loomis. And it gives some important first reminders here to read before you actually do it, instructions. So if you want to, you can read the history of the movie, the franchise there. Pretty cool, got pictures. Then it seems like it's got pretty easy, simple instructions here on what to do. So just step by step. But like I said, the first thing I like to do is I'll wash the model first with warm soapy water. I'll let it dry. But as you can see, there's your electronical piece for your pumpkin. It runs off of. And then you got Michael's bottom part there, the pants of the torso. Here's it's got his mask and different pieces here of the porch. Then you got looks like his arms and his torso here and his hands. And there's the pumpkin and the fence of the house. Then you have the base here. And the grass and the part of the porch, the wooden porch, and more of the fence here. And there's his feet, his shoes. So yeah, so first things first is I will take all these pieces. I'll wash them in warm water. Warm soapy water. You can just use Dawn detergent is what I like to use. Just a little bit. Put it in the sink. Let the pieces wash off, rinse them off, put them on a towel, let them dry real good, and then after they dry, I will take them downstairs outside, put a piece of cardboard down. I'll spray paint them with the gray primer, all the pieces. Let it dry real good. Now, some people, they'll paint their pieces before they put them together, and then sometimes people will paint the pieces after they're put together. You can do it either way, it doesn't matter. I prefer both. I do a little of both sometimes when I do it. Usually like the base, I'll paint it and the porch before I put it together. As far as the body, I will probably put the whole body together of Michael Myers and then paint him. So I do it both ways, whatever's easiest for me. But that's basically how I start the model. Like I said, I'll rinse it off, let it dry, primer all the pieces, and then I'll either paint it before I put it together. Like I said, the base I'll probably paint before, and once I get the body put together, Michael Myers, then I'll paint him as a whole. The pumpkin I'll probably do separately, because I like really taking my time, giving it shadow effects and make it look realistic. And then even after I paint it, sometimes I'll take charcoal chalk, different colors, and like weather the porch with a little, paint the porch white or brown or whatever color you're going to paint it. I usually try to go by the box on the picture, the box of what it's got, and try to stick to that, the way it was designed. But I mean, it's like Bob Ross said when he painted artwork. He said, it's your world. You can design it how you want or paint it how you want. But I stick to the box, the way it was designed to be painted. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to wash all these parts, let them dry, and then I'll primer them, and then I'll be back with you. So follow me on this adventure. So I thought I'd go ahead and while my plastic model is drying over there on the counter, I washed them, warm soapy water, rinsed them off and put them on a towel to dry. I would go ahead and read this backstory for you that come along with this. It says the night he came home. On Halloween night, 1963, in the quiet Midwestern town of Haddonfield, Illinois, 6-year-old Michael Myers murdered his teenage sister, Judith. Years of psychotherapy could not undo the human monster that he had become. Residents of Haddonfield took comfort knowing that Myers was safely locked away in a mental institution. 15 years after murdering his sister on a thunderous, rain-drenched night, Myers escaped Smith Groves Mental Hospital. Compelled to return to his hometown and the very house in which the grisly, unfortunate, forgivable murder took place, Michael Myers stalked the streets, alleyways, and dark places of Haddonfield. Every citizen who crossed his path, a potential victim of his unrelenting and inhuman evil. It is Halloween and no one is safe. Upon its release in October of 1978, director John Carpenter's Halloween became an instant horror classic through the use of deft camera work, a haunting score composed by the director himself, and an inaudible, unlikely protagonist. Carpenter crafted an absorbing tale of relentless tension and visceral terror. Halloween launched the screen career of Jamie Lee Curtis, whose smart, believable portrayal of teenager Laurie Strode gave viewers a synthetic heroine to root for. In imitating a sub-genre that is generally referred as the teenage slasher flick, Halloween created a reliable template for many horror films to come. So there you have it, folks. I went ahead and gave you the backstory. I'm waiting for these to dry. We'll continue when I take them outside into the sun on a piece of cardboard and primer them. So follow me on this model building adventure. Well, folks, we're on our next step here, and we've got the parts washed, dried, and primered. So I'll show you what we got. So everything's been painted. And I used a Krylon plastic primer from Walmart. It runs about $5 a can. And like I said, everything's been primered in gray to easily paint over. So I base coat everything in the gray primer before I paint it. And we'll continue with this adventure, and we'll get the directions, and we'll go to the next step. Start building it, painting it, and putting it together. So follow me on this adventure. Alright, so I was looking at the directions, and got all our materials here, everything we need to paint, the brushes, the glue, the box here. I'll show you the model when it gets done. It's going to look something like this. It's Michael Myers standing on the porch with spilt candy and a mask, the pumpkin and the leaves on the ground, and I might even get some grass from the train store and make the grass look more realistic, and cut up some or get some of that stuff for the leaves to make it look realistic. I don't know yet. With the sidewalk there and the porch and the pumpkin lights up. So the first thing it says we're going to do is build Michael Myers. Start with the head, and then the arms and hands and the legs and the body, and you end up with Michael built first. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Michael together before I paint him. Now you can paint this before you put it together, but I prefer just putting Michael together and then painting him. So that's what I'm going to do. To me, that's easier than painting each piece, unless it was like the porch or something. That's different. So, but that's the way I usually do it. I'll put the figure together before maybe I'll paint the hands before I put the knife in the hands. I don't know. We'll go and figure it out as we go. But first thing I gotta do is get it together and then painting. So we'll go from there. So follow me on this adventure. Well, we've got the pieces. I decided to paint them separately. It'd be easier. I got the Michael Myers head there, the hands and the feet, and I painted all the body parts there into the jumpsuit collar. So I'm trying to get the hands finished here once the hands are finished and coated, then I can start putting Michael together, and we'll have the figure together. I got the knife with the blood on it painted, so the figure will look like this, and I'll have that part painted. So follow me on this adventure. Well, I stopped for today. I've got Michael together. There he is, painted and put together. So I've got that much of the model done. Looks pretty good. Took me a while, it kept falling apart, and I had to keep retouching it, painting it. It's hard to decide if you want to paint it before you put it together or afterwards. I suggest if you put it together, then glue it, let it dry, then paint it, because it's difficult doing it the other way. But after all the trouble I got through, got him done. He's drying. I'll work on it another day and on this adventure. So follow me on this adventure till I get it finished. All right, folks. Working on the model still. Seeing I'm getting some parts painted here, like the porch. Michael's done. He's over here. Getting the porch parts painted here. The pumpkin. The sides of the house. All I got paint left is the porch. The wood part. The leaves. The bag of candy. The mask. And the grass and the sidewalk. And then it'll be all put together. Once I get it all painted and put together, then I'll come back and show you the final result. So follow me on this adventure. Well, folks, I got it together. It's drying. I got the light in. You're not going to be able to see the pumpkin very well because it's not dark, but it is lit up and blinking. I'm letting everything dry, so I'm going to show you the final results of this model and this build, and I think I did a decent job. It's a little difficult here and there. I had to take a knife, a steak knife, and drill out the holes a little bigger for the pieces to fit in, but other than that, the painting was pretty easy, and Michael was kind of hard to put together, and the porch was too, so I'm letting it dry. I don't really want to fool with it, but I will show you. So here goes.
Roses and clover, then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone, don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum 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 bum.
So I hope you enjoyed this build of this model and how it turned out. And you can get these online through Amazon. I think there's like $30 some. So I'm asking if you please subscribe if you're watching this. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to share it. Feel free to leave comments and suggestions of things you'd like to see in the future. So till then, this has been Uncle Jimmy with Jimmy's Train Station and Travel Adventures. Till next time, goodbye.